All right, welcome to the call, everybody, and we're recording this call for those that need it, so that when we'll send out the playback a few hours after the call, so that people can get into the call. I'll post it in the Facebook group, and you'll have that available. If you're not a member of our official Facebook group on Facebook, make sure you send a request to customer support, and they'll get you added to that group. Some of the newer people, I know they're still being added. So if you're not a member of that group on Facebook, the official corporate group, then make sure you get added. Wanted to also mention that if you want to use your computer, especially for those that are international, to listen to this call, you don't have to dial in and incur any charges. You can absolutely do that, and you can use it through the little phone icon up in the left-hand corner there, and you just need to click on that to be able to turn on the audio or turn off the audio for your computer, and that should be able to allow you to listen. Also, right now, you should be looking at the Youngevity comp plan. We're going to go through that with you today. I'm going to have a guest speaker today. One of our top leaders in the company is Louise Adrian. She's going to talk to you about an experience that she's had recently at a Mialisia party to kind of shed some light for you on how easy this is going to be, and what a great opportunity it will be for you all to add to your paychecks if you so choose. And so I'm just going to go through some basic principles of the comp plan today, really break down Quick Start and Smart Start, and help you understand those things, Fast Start. So in the past, we've had the Mialisia month, we've had Smart Start, and we've had Quick Start, Super Start, Smart Start, and the Mialisia month. And these programs we've been running and will continue to run for the next month or so up until convention. The Youngevity, though, has some much greater Fast Start and Quick Start plans, and we're definitely going to be jumping in and joining in on those programs. And after I get done explaining them to you, I know for a fact that you'll be like, okay, we'd rather do those. So we'll be merging those plans, here shortly. As of today, we're still under the Mialisia comp plan for this month, and we are looking to launch into the Youngevity compensation plan on July 1st. And so wanted to kind of walk you through just the basics of that plan. I'm not going to go into it in great detail today, as this call is just for the general population. We have leader calls where we will dive into the comp plan in a much greater detail, and those training calls are available for you to listen to or get on if you have 3 team members or more. And you'll see those be posted and the recordings posted as well. So I wanted to just break down and kind of jump into this and talk about some of the highlights that we are going to have at Mialisia as part of our joint partnership and merger with Youngevity. It really is an outstanding thing for everybody. Really is going to provide a lot of cool things. At the end of the day, the general plan is this. It's that we are joining a company who is a family of brands. And what we're asking people to do is not go out and spend a ton more money. The goal is to take the money that you're already spending at Walmart and Costco and other companies like that and spend it under the Youngevity umbrella. And by so doing, you will increase your overrides. You will bring in the ability to make yourself money and other perks and things that you need to be able to accomplish what you are trying to accomplish in your life. And that'll all become clear here as we kind of dive into this. And so before I get started into the comp plan, Louise, I thought it would be a great time to just share kind of your experience and your thoughts, and then after you're done, I will jump right into the comp plan and talk about the first few levels here and kind of how it works and how they should build in order to, make whatever money they're looking to make in their lives. So, Louise, are you out there? Louise, hit *6. I think that'll unmute you.
Can you hear me now?
I can.
Okay, good. All right. Wow. Yeah, I'm excited. I'm going to share with you about my last party that I did on Thursday night. And this was for a group of women that I've actually known, three of them I've actually known for about 9 years. And as you know, part of my training is at the end of the party, I go around the room and I ask people to tell me what their favorite piece was and ask me a question about my business. So as we went around the room, the host, who was Andrea, she actually came out when Annalise came to Vancouver, and we actually launched Mialisia, and she came to another event that we did with Annalise, so she feels like she's really got a connection with Annalise and just adores her. So when we went around the room, she said to me, "Oh, when was the last time you saw Annalise?" And I said, "Oh, that's funny you should ask, last week." And 2 weeks before. And she said, "Oh, and how is Mialisia doing?" And I said, "Funny you should ask." And so what I said to her is Mialisia has just merged with another company that has many brands under its umbrella. And I'm excited to share a couple of them with you tonight because you might be interested. One is mineral makeup that is natural, organic, and chemical free. Anybody here interested in that? And she was like, yes, I'm totally interested. I said, fantastic. And I said, now, for one of my other friends here, they also have another product that you might be interested in, and it is digital and paper scrapbooking. And, of course, my friend Sherry said that I was killing her because she already spends so much money with me, with Mialisia. But she is a huge scrapbooker. So the next question, of course, they always want to know, how I'm doing in my business. And I also mentioned about the essential oils. And the last time Sherry had a Mialisia party for me, which was a couple months ago, we were talking about essential oils and all of that. So I know that she was interested in that too. So now they're both like, "Oh my gosh, you're terrible, but we're so excited, and how do we get our hands on these products, and when are you going to be able to show them?" And they thought it was perhaps a party plan, so they were wanting to book a party. So what I told them is I'm going to have an event at my house coming up in the next few weeks that I can invite them over to, and they were super excited. They actually sent me a message the next day, Andrea did, saying that she really is excited about the makeup. And then the funny thing is, then the next day I got a second email, and that email was from a lady at the party, and she said that she was overhearing something that I was talking about at the end of the party about opening up an account for this company that had online sales of multiple products. And she said, I want to know about those multiple products. So that was one party with 3 contacts of people that would probably not necessarily do it as a business the way that I do my business, but probably they'd be interested in becoming a preferred customer, and Sean will be able to share a little bit about that with you in a little while. But the advantage of becoming a preferred customer is often those people can turn into an actual functioning distributor. And with my previous company, I had 3,000 preferred customers. So it's my gig. Preferred customers is my thing. I'm excited for that. Obviously, my goal is distributors and to grow my business, with people who want to have a business and grow a business. But I'm also super excited to get preferred customers in and then work them through the program and see if they want to turn it into an actual business. So this is an exciting opportunity. I'm chomping at the bit today, waiting for my UPS truck to pull up because I was able to get some Youngevity products when we were in San Diego, and I'm just waiting for them to arrive. So super excited about that, and I know Noreen's arrived yesterday, so I'm a little jelly about her. But anyways, you guys, it's going to be fantastic, so I'm going to just turn it over to Sean so we can go through the compensation plan.
Yes, thank you, Louise. And we're going to have to look up in the Canadian dictionary for the word jelly.
Jelly? Jealous.
Yeah, we don't use that. I don't know what that is. Jealous, I guess. Okay, good. There's another word for you all.
New words.
Yes,
So many
yes.
new words, Sean.
Yes, yeah, I'm going to use that today. I'm jelly. Great, and that is so perfect, Louise. Thank you for that experience, because what you're going to find is that people are going to ask you, and the trend today, right, is for people to do a lot of companies. And I just want to speak to this for a second, a why, right? What you have happening is people in companies in direct sales that are building around one or two products, you see come and go quite often. If it's a really good product, you see this like huge rise to the top, and then they run that product into the ground. Everybody gets it. It becomes saturated. Very few people make a lot of money. A lot of people make a little money, and it kind of just runs its course. And you'll see the company figures out 3 or 4 years into that, oh my gosh, we have to add some more products or we're going to be in trouble. And because this product's going to have a life course, and when it runs its life course, we're going to be out of business. So we've got to add other products, and they make a scramble to add other products. But the problem is all they're known for is that product, and so they never really get any traction in the other products, and eventually they go out of business. And it's hard to imagine these companies that grow so fast based off of one product at $100, $200, $300 million a year that they're going to go out of business. But we see so many examples of that. Or the other thing that happens is a company that just has one distribution model. So I'm selling one way all the time, and when that way is hot, we're doing really well, and when that way isn't, we're not doing so well. So the key, and this is no new principle to life, is diversification, right? Being able to diversify is so critical. And think about the Youngevity family and how that fits into their plan. First of all, are they diverse in products? Well, of course. They have many, many products, and they're not just known for one product. Number two, they're diverse in brand. They have many. They are brilliant in the sense that they protect the brands, and it gives them runway because all these brands are known for something. Mialisia is known for versatile jewelry, right? And Heritage Makers is known for scrapbooking, and essential oils, well, you know what they're known for, and so forth, and mineral makeup, so forth, and so forth, and so forth. So they not only have a diversification in brand, they have a diversification in product. Guess what else they have? A diversification in the way in which they distribute their products. With companies like ours that do home parties to the way that they do it, which is through this preferred customer model. And let me kind of walk you through that, and then we'll get into the comp plan because there's so much to tell you, and we're going to have several calls to go through all of this. But I hope you're taking notes, and don't expect yourself to really get it all at once. This has been a several-month journey for Annalise and I, and we are getting and learning more and more every day. But I can tell you some of the things that we're talking to you about today are things that we got right off the bat, and the reason why we chose to make this merger happen, because of the opportunity it laid in front of us for both you, for us, and for Mialisia as an ability to protect the brand and diversify right from the beginning. And you might say to yourself, why in the world would you diversify into makeup or into health products or into oils? Well, because guess what? The average population cares about all those things. And if they don't get them from you, they're going to get them from other people. And that brings me back to my original point, which is why is there pressure on distributors to do multiple companies? Well, they feel a need to diversify themselves, to create multiple streams of income. And that's something that we want to provide so that you can do underneath one umbrella, get the recognition for underneath one umbrella, get the paycheck underneath one umbrella, and not have to worry about spending money on 5 different conventions, 5 different comp plans, and understanding all the different things. You can get it all in one place. And all you need to do is understand the products, understand the way you distribute them, and you're going to have a ton of success. We already are. And it's exciting as we haven't even got this off the ground yet, and it's just blowing up already. So having said that, let me talk to you about the 3x3 kind of model, how you build inside this plan. And then we'll get into the levels and quick start and fast start. So basically your strategy is to get someone signed up. Now, when you get somebody signed up to either use the products or build a business, whichever way it is, that's going to determine which avenue they go. So your goal would always be to get them into a business building mode. And if they are open to that right off the bat, then that's great, because that's not only going to make you the most money, but it's also going to put another person on your team to kind of run side by side with you, which we all know is a lot funner than running by yourself. And so that is always the ultimate goal, because when you're building a business, you want people to help you build that business with you, and you want them to have the same upside that you have, which is, the number one goal of what we're doing. So you want to get them to build that business, and to do that, the goal there is CEO qualification. Now, I'm not going to go into CEO qualification a ton today. We'll go into that later. But at the end of the day, to become CEO qualified is really people that are serious about building this business and making it happen. Let me talk to you about just a simpler way to do it right off the bat for people that just want to use the products and want to get their products for free. And both models require this 3x3 method. So essentially, I'm going to go out and let's say I want to get $100 in makeup every month because I love the mineral makeups, and I want to get it for free. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to sign up for the mineral makeup, $100, get a deeply discounted shipping if I'm in Canada, and get the shipping for free if I'm in the U.S., and I'm going to get that product every single month on a subscription service. Now I'm going to go find 3 other people that want to use that product. And by so doing, I'm going to get promoted in the comp plan. I'm going to show you that in a second. And I'm going to get my product for free because my commissions are going to pay for it off those 3 people. Now I'm going to teach each one of them that, hey, if you want to get your product for free, then you're going to go out and get 3 people. Now, to get on board, it's $25. That makes me a preferred customer. It's a one-time fee. It's not a reoccurring fee. And that allows me to buy those products at wholesale instead of retail. And I can buy all products that Youngevity offers, including Mialisia, at 30% off. So whether it's jewelry, makeup, hot chocolate, coffee, oils, whatever it might be, I'm going to have the right and ability to buy those products at 30% off. And now if I can go find 3 other people that want to use those products, then I'm not only going to get my product for free. And then you teach that over and over and over again. That's why Louise had so many preferred customers, as you just heard her talk about. And at the end of the day, that's a great thing. You're making overrides, you're making commissions, you're getting a ton of money off of that, and a ton of opportunity. Now, once I've got somebody signed up that has 3 people, and they're using the products, I'm going to talk to them about taking the next steps in the business, because obviously you just went out and got 3 people fairly easily to start using the products. Have you ever thought about making a little bit more money? You can either go get 3 more people and now you're making a little bit of money every month, or I can teach you how to make some money that will greatly change the course of your family, right? I can teach you some things that will allow you to not only achieve your goals, no matter what's important to you, right? Do you need $500 a month for that car payment for that 16-year-old that just hit 16? Or do you need, do you need some money so your husband can retire because he's been working hard and he's 65 years old and it's time for him to come home, but you need another $1,000 a month? Do you need to pay for college? Do you need some money for groceries? Do you need whatever it is, right? I can show you how to achieve that goal. The key to having that transition conversation we'll do in another call. But ultimately, you're trying to uncover their needs so that you can then show them a plan that will hit those needs with features and benefits that will make them or help them hit their goals. Dreaming big is important, but it's hard to dream big if we're stuck in the mire of our lives and the everyday challenges that we need. And you can show them or give them a plan to get out of that. So essentially, it's a 3x3 plan, and that's how you do it. You teach people to get 3 more customers, they get their product for free, and you go from there. And that's how you duplicate. That's how you make difference. And that works really well at a party as well. Again, we will train on that at a later call, but there is some great strategy on how do you get your hostess using the products, and if she's using the products, then she can override the people at her party. There's some things there. Or you could choose to do none of this, right? And you could just hold a Mialisia party and make your overrides on that, and you're great too. So what you need to know from us is that we are cool with whatever you choose to do. If you want to be a Mialisia designer and you just want to hold Mialisia parties and just sell jewelry, great. If you want to diversify into other products, great. If this helps you from having to do 3 or 4 companies and now you can do just one underneath one umbrella, great. Whatever you want. We want this to be a buffet for all of your needs, and you can pick and choose as you feel appropriate. There is absolutely no pressure from us. It is just an opportunity for you to do whatever you can and meet your goals the way that you want to meet them. Okay, having said that, and I'm going to open up for questions at the end, and I'll answer your questions. Let me explain Quick Start and Fast Start, and then I will go into the comp plan. Quick Start. When you are somebody's enroller in the business, meaning you bring them into the business, whether they're a preferred customer or whether they're coming in to be CEO qualified, no matter what it is, they're still underneath you and you're still overriding them. Because a preferred customer at Youngevity is a distributor. We just call them a preferred customer because those people aren't serious about building a business and they don't want to be called a distributor. They just want to be called a customer, and giving them a preferred label, you could call them a VIP customer for all I care. Like whatever sounds great to you, call them that. and at the end of the day, that's a great thing. They've come into the business, they've paid their $25, and now they're buying at wholesale. They have a website. They can order right off their own website, off their own back office, and they can place orders right there. And every time they do, you're going to get an override. Or they can sign up for the subscription service where they can get $50 or $100 or $150, whatever it is, in product every month at wholesale, and they can diversify those things. And if they're in the U.S., if they're on that subscription service, they're going to get free shipping. And if they are in Canada, they're going to get greatly, deeply discounted shipping, which is significant, and it's going to be awesome. So that preferred customer. Now, Quick Start is this. If you bring them into the business and you are their enroller, meaning you signed them up, and no matter whether you place them underneath you or you place them somewhere else underneath somebody else, you're still their enroller, you're going to get 30% off of all their BV, which for us, BV is business volume. We call that PV, personal volume. It's the same thing. So each item has a volume associated with it. You're going to get 30% off of that volume, okay, not off the retail dollar, off the wholesale dollar amount. They're going to get it off that volume. And that you're going to get 30% of that for 30 days from the day they joined, and that's calendar days. So if they join July 15th, you'll get 30% off their volume all the way through August 15th in cash. Now, picture that for a party, right? If I had 3 of my customers that signed up to be preferred customer with you, wouldn't I, as your hostess, want to be a preferred customer too? Because then I'm going to get 30% of all their orders in cash. So again, I'm not going to go into that today, but just be thinking about that. So Quick Start is exactly that. You get 30% off of all your preferred customers for the first 30 days that they're enrolled. That can be pretty significant. Somebody that owns a boutique and is going to come in and buy $2,000 in product at wholesale to sell at her boutique, you're going to make 30% off of the BV, the business volume of that order, right off the bat. It really does add up quickly, and it's a huge amount. All right, that's Quick Start. Fast Start. When someone comes into the CEO pack, which is a $4.99 pack, U.S. for now, and we're working on that in Canada. So I don't have all the answers on what that price point is going to be right now, but we're working on it. When they come in at that CEO pack, which they can do on day one, or they can come in at any other point after they've signed up. A preferred customer, for example, could come in 6 months later, 3 months later. Whenever they buy that CEO pack and you are their enroller, you're going to get a $100 bonus right away. That's Fast Start. Okay? So you're going to get a $100 bonus when they buy that CEO pack. So they have a Quick Start program, 30%, Fast Start program, $100 bonus. Okay. Keep that in mind. If you have questions, then we'll definitely come back to them. All right. Now let's go and look at the comp plan. You can see up on the screen that we have the comp plan up there. You see the first level is a junior independent marketing director. This is somebody that comes in and they've signed up, they've paid their $25 fee, and they've done at least $50 in volume. So they can put that is their own orders. Or, right, their own orders, and that's pretty much it. You've done $50 a month. If you're on $100 subscription service every month and you're getting $100 in products, or sorry, $100 volume in products every single month, then you are now an independent marketing director. So you have gotten promoted. You can see the percentages below. That is on your preferred customers. It's also on your downline designers or distributors. So in other words, if I signed up my party host and she's now a preferred customer, and she had 3 customers of hers or 3 friends of hers that ordered underneath her and that signed up underneath her, she's going to make 8% on those 3 people if her order every single month is 100 volume points. If her order every single month is 50 volume points, then she's only going to make 5%. So that's a big selling point, as she has other friends that sign up underneath her that want to start using the products, right? And that's a great opportunity for you too. If you were at a party and one of her customers reaches out to you directly, then you can call her and say, hey, I met this person at your party and she wants to sign up and use the products. I noticed that you're on this subscription service at 50, if you get on it on 100, you'll make 3% more on all of our orders going forward. And, a lot easier sell, right? Okay. And you make 8% on your first line, 8% on your second, 7% on your third. So if my hostess did sign up underneath me and then she had customers underneath me and I was an independent marketing director, I'm going to make 8% on her orders and another 8% on her customers' orders. All right. If I go up to the regional marketing director, this is meaning I do at least 150 volume every single month on my own. I then have, and by the way, if I'm throwing a party team and none of them are signed up, they're just buying at retail from me and I'm making the 30% commission right off the top, then that does qualify because they're not preferred customers. They're just regular customers and they're not buying at wholesale. They're buying at retail. Then that volume would count towards this PQV number, okay, at the top. So that's important to recognize, this 150 right here. So if I did a $250 party and they were all retail customers, that requirement is going to be met. I don't have to be on the subscription service there, okay? That's why it's optional. I just have to do that volume. Now, if I'm a RMD, a regional marketing director, and I've done 150. That's all I have to do that is have $150 or 150 points in volume. I need to have 3 people underneath me that are doing at least 50 points in volume every single month. That's it. So if I have 3 people signed up for the subscription service on my team, then I'm already there. I'm promoted. Okay? Now, next level. The executive marketing director. I need to do 200 points on my own, either in party volume or in my own personal orders. I need to have 1,000 volume points. Now, GQV is this. Listen closely to this definition. It's my own personal volume, the 200, plus I need an additional 800 from my first 3 levels. So that's preferred customers, distributors, designers, whoever. I need 800 volume points more. There are so many of you on this call that are already there. Okay? So I need 800 more points. So I need 1,000 total, and now I need 3 IMDs, meaning I need 3 people on my first line that I'm their enroller. They don't have to be on my first line. I need to be their enroller. So I need 3 people that their enroller that are doing 100 volume points a month. Okay? And if I do that, I'm making 8% on my first line, 8% on my second, 7% on my third, 6% on my fourth, and 6% on my fifth. When in this model, you can have preferred customers all the way down throughout. That 6%, and I'll show you a slide on a different call where you can see levels 5 and 6. I mean, huge amounts of money can be made down there because it gets really wide. So at the end of the day, I can be promoted 4 times already in 1 month, my very first month starting July 1st, if I've done 200 volume points on my own in the month of July, in the month of June now, and I've done 1,000 volume in my first 3 level points, and I have 3 people on my team that have at least 100 volume that I'm their enroller. Okay? Now this next level is the leadership level, and this is the level we want to all shoot for. We want to really make sure we're on top of this. So SEMD, Senior Executive Marketing Director. You need 250 volume points on your own. You need 5,400 on your team. This is equivalent to about our pro designer level. So, your elite designer level right in there. So 5,400 points in your first 3 levels plus your own personal volume or party volume that you got just on your own. You need 3 RMDs, so you need 3 people on your team that have 3 people. That's it, right? So you got to have 3 people on your they're enroller, and they have to have 3 people that are doing the requirements that I just outlined. And so if you do that, then you're going to make 8%, 7, 6, 6, 8. Look at that, 8% on line 6. Now, if I was unmuted with Dave or Louise or Carol or Shelly or anybody else that's on this call, Laura, anybody, they would tell you that that is huge. Unheard of getting paid 8% on line 6. That's crazy. That's a lot of money. And you might think, well, I don't have anybody down there. If you build a team and you keep building that team, I promise you line 6 will be huge. And then you get line 2 or 7, 8, and 2%, and then line 9 is an infinity bonus, 2% all the way down, forever and ever. So it's an ability to make a lot of money there. We'll talk about coding bonuses a little bit later. Has to do with the CEO kit. I'm not going to go into that on its call. That's almost a call by itself. But there's an opportunity to earn another $100 bonus on people if you're an SEMD that on people that come in at the CEO kit. And that ends up being a huge part of your check. So we can talk about that later. And then you're going to get, at SEMD, you're going to get a car bonus of $300. The great thing about the car bonus with Youngevity, they just give you cash. You don't have to have a car payment or anything like that. They're just going to pay it out to you in cash. Okay. Retail commissions and are paid out weekly. All the other bonuses are paid out monthly, just like we do. Okay, very similar. And then I just want to go up to this one other level just to kind of, give you a little bit of excitement around if I really want to get serious about this. If you're a vice presidential marketing director, your car bonus goes to $600. You get a lot of other things. You need 3 SEMDs in different legs. So in other words, if I hired Dave, Louise, and Carol, they were my 3 legs, I would need an SEMD in anywhere in their downline. Okay, so it doesn't have to be on my line 1 anymore. That's a nice thing for a leader. So I'm just going to kind of, tantalize your taste buds a little bit there with that. That's a pretty exciting thing. They can be anywhere. Your car bonus doubles, and you start to get stock options with Youngevity because they're a public company. So I just wanted to bring that up. But to get the stock options and the car bonuses and all those things, you do need to be CEO qualified, and we can talk about that in a little bit on a later call. So team, I don't want to take a ton of time. That was my 30-minute spiel on how that works, and I want to open it up for questions. Dave, to ask questions, they just need to hit *6.
Yeah, that's right. Just *6.
Okay. What about if they're on their computer?
Sean?
If they're on their computer, they'll have a little microphone icon that has a slash through it. If they just click on it, it'll unmute them as well.
Okay. Thank you, Dave. All right. I have a question. Go ahead.
Yeah, this is Carrie Fruka.
Hi, Carrie.
A gal. Hi. And she has already signed up with Youngevity. She did a couple months ago because she liked their vitamins and things. So what happens to her with
She's going to have to yeah. So, Carrie, it just depends on her. She's going to have to choose a spot, though. So she won't be able to have 2 spots with the company. So she'll have to choose. Do I want to stay with my Mialisia account and have you be her enroller, or does she want to stay with her Youngevity account?
Okay.
So she'll just have to make that choice. If she just signed up with Youngevity, I would think that would be a simple choice.
Okay.
Yeah, because for most people, they'd have to. Only a thing I think it would become, especially if she was just a preferred customer with Youngevity, then that should be an easy choice.
Thanks.
Yeah, no problem.
This is Becca Ferris.
Hi, Becca.
I would like to know when we can start buying Youngevity product.
July 1st is our target date. I'm actually at the office, Youngevity office, right now working on that. So we are shooting for July 1st. For the first little while, you'll have Youngevity back office and a Mialisia back office, both, and the goal is to combine those into one back office.
So that we'll learn soon what it takes to become a CEO qualified?
Yes. Yep. CEO qualified. Now let me just tell you this. If you're already a Mialisia designer, then in July, if you do 300 volume points, that's it. You don't have to buy another kit. You just have to do 300 volume points. So through parties or through orders or through whatever, 300 personal volume points, business volume on your own, then you'll become CEO qualified. And the only other requirement of being CEO qualified is that you're on the subscription service of at least $100. 100 points. And so as long as you're doing that and you're consuming products and doing that, you'll be CEO qualified. No need to buy another kit.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Sean, it's Arlene Marchand. Can you hear me?
Arlene.
How are you?
I've
got
good.
about 5 questions. Are you ready?
Oh, dang it. I should have known. Go ahead.
Simple one first, and I don't know if you know the answer to that. You're talking a lot of BV as opposed to dollars. How many BV is $100, let's just say?
Well, it's going to vary by the product. As you know, in a lot of companies, they have splits, especially in Canada because of exchange rate, right? With us, about $1 is about 55 points. That one retail dollar is about 55 points. One wholesale dollar, on the other hand, is going to be much less. So you're talking about probably 75, 80 points.
So one wholesale dollar, 75 to 80 points, one retail. And that's Canadian right now that you're looking at, right?
Yeah, that's Canadian. Yeah, for us, yeah. Uh-huh.
Okay. All right. So here's my question. We're talking,
Sure.
I'm trying to break it down simple. I have a party.
Sure.
I have people come to the show. They're just here to buy Mialisia jewelry.
Yep.
They're not interested in anything, but they want to buy
Yep.
product. There's a $90 necklace. They pay $90. They go away. They walk home. That $90 goes into my personal BV or points.
So that's retail, right, Arlene? So,
right.
So you got $90 retail. So let's say that it was $60 wholesale. Mm-hmm. So you'll make $30 split, right, in profit.
Okay, what do you mean by split in profit?
So you're going to make the difference between retail and wholesale.
All right, so see, right now, maybe I misunderstand. Let's go with $100. I sell a $100 necklace. Mm-hmm. Currently, I'm making $35.
$35, yep, and that's
right?
That way right now. Yep.
Okay, so when it changes, if I sell a $100 a Mialisia necklace, $100 Canadian, what am I going to make?
Well, if it goes to 30%, you'll make 30. So the percentages are off retail dollars, so that's not going to change as far as the percentage might change, but the dollar amount, you know what I mean? It will be consistent.
Right.
Yeah.
So I would still make $30, but now, am I understanding correctly? I'm going to say to my customers at the show, pretend I have a show here. If you become a preferred customer tonight, you can get 30% off of these prices?
Well, Arlene, that's a sticky thing because you'd have to set that up with your hostess beforehand, right? So what I would do is I wouldn't pitch that way. No, what I would do is I'd go to my hostess and say, here's kind of the plan, right? So I'm coming to do a Mialisia jewelry party, but here's all my company offers. And if people want to ask about these products, then I'm going to have to tell them that the way to order those products is this wholesale way. And if they sign up for $25 to become a preferred customer, then I'm going to give you the opportunity to sign up and override them. So that's how I would pitch the hostess. That way I would say, if it comes up, great. And if you don't want it to come up, I won't let it come up. But I would put it in her court by saying, here's the plan. Here's kind of everything the company offers. Do you want me to – how do you want me to handle this? And I would have that conversation with her beforehand. Because if they sign up –
goes with, that's how I go.
Yeah. So if she says, yes, I want to become a preferred customer because I love all these products and I'm okay with it, then I'm going to say this. Anybody that orders at retail at your party and that's all they are interested in is buying Mialisia jewelry, you're going to get hostess benefits off of that. Anybody that signs up and says, hey, I want to buy other products at wholesale, including Mialisia jewelry, then you're going to override them with the with the Quick Start, and I'm going to explain the Quick Start program. And then I'm going to tell her how she's going to make downline commissions on them, on future orders. So
Gotcha.
I'm just going to explain it that way. So it's an opportunity to turn your hostess into somebody that's helping you make reoccurring income, but it also gives them an out. Hey, I just want to hold a Mialisia party. Perfect. Let's just hold a Mialisia party. I don't want you to bring up any of this other stuff. Perfect. Let's just hold a Mialisia party.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yep.
So that brings me to my next question.
Yep.
Because you're looking at some small town areas, like even where I live, there's 275,000 people, but the people that I'm currently are my clients now, there's a lot of interconnections, right?
Sure.
So a lot of times you'll have the same girl go to 3 parties.
Sure.
So let's just say this happens. I come to your house tonight. I do a Mialisia party. Me and the hostess have agreed it's just Mialisia jewelry. I don't talk about anything other than the prices. Spend $75, get your next item for $20, whatever the deal is, right?
Yep.
Assuming that's the same. That person who happens to be a customer of mine for the last 6 years with another company, right?
Yes.
Comes to a show 2 weeks' time, and that
Yes.
hostess decides she wants me to talk about the preferred customer. So now I'm at my second show, and I know I'm getting into some details here, but they're important to me right away, I'm at my second show and I'm talking about, oh, by the way, you can become a preferred customer for $25, get a 30% discount, yada, yada, yada. And that girl's sitting there, you didn't tell me about that 2 weeks ago when I was at Susie's party.
Yes. Yeah. And, I could see where that's going to be tricky. It's always challenging to do something.
Well, for someone like me, it's really tricky. Like now, I've got an event booked next Tuesday night.
Yeah.
With 2 other ladies that just started with me, and there could be 150 people there. And
I would anticipate
a lot of these people are interconnected. Like they'll tend to do other shows. I've done a group where I've had 12 ladies from the same group take turn every month and have a party.
Yes, no doubt. And what I would do is I would bring all that up with the first hostess I'm talking to. So just so you know, this might happen, right?
Right.
And if it happens, because if she says, no, I just want to hold a Mialisia party, I said, that's fine, but just so you know, this might happen. So what do you want me to do if this friend of yours comes to another party and says, why didn't you tell me about this? Are you okay with me then taking that person and signing them up as preferred customer with somebody else since you don't want to do it? I would just say, that's what I would put it. And if I was me, Arlene, you were talking to me, I'd be like, no, let's just go ahead and do it. So that's how I would do it.
So I got that part. So which brings me to, again, coming all together, the next question.
Yeah.
When that person signs up to become a preferred customer and pays the $25, going back to what you said,
yes.
They get the 30% off all Youngevity products. They get their own website. Subscription is or isn't optional? I wasn't quite sure
optional.
on that.
Totally optional. It's just a way to get discounted shipping. But I'll tell you, I've done this with several other companies because I like their products, and I always go for the subscription, right? Because you get a better shipping deal. It's like not even close. Yeah. So again, it's optional, absolutely optional.
Okay, so I mean, that's just important to know whether or not it's optional, right?
Yep, absolutely.
And okay, the only thing that you did say, just to go back to the BV point, so if I sell $100, you said the wholesale is $70, so I made $30.
Correct.
So the BV works, when you're getting paid on BV, is that the overrides we're talking about?
Yes. BV is what overrides are on. So the 8877, whatever it is, that's on the BV, not the retail or wholesale dollars.
Gotcha.
Yep.
Okay. Now, if I'm at a party and everybody decides to pay $25, become a preferred customer.
Correct.
They get the 30% off. Then what am I getting paid on?
So let's assume at that party you had one hostess, which you wouldn't, but let's assume that you did. Yeah. If you had one hostess, she's going to make the quick start 30% on all of those people. You're going to make 8% on, well, it depends on what level you're at, but let's assume you're at a CMD, so Senior Executive Marketing Director. You're going to make 8% on the hostess order and 8% on all those orders.
Gotcha.
Going forward forever and ever, not just at that party.
BV, on the volume.
On the BV of all those orders, yes.
Okay.
And then you'll make 30% on the hostess's order as well for the next month.
Gotcha. Okay, and that was what you went back to Quick Start. That's perfect. And then my last question for now,
Yeah, it's okay.
What happens if you sign up at $25? I mean, I'm sure everyone else is going to have these questions.
Yes, they do have
the
the same
happens
questions.
if you have a $25 sign up? They decide to go on a subscription because they like the products, and a year from now they want to cancel it. Is that allowable?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. Anybody else? Next question.
This is Rochelle Beach.
Hey,
yes,
Rochelle.
It's Rochelle. Hi. First of all, I am so pumped. I'm so excited. This is
so
amazing.
Good to hear that. Yeah.
But I thought I understood the business volume, but then through all those questions, I think I'm a little confused now. So on the business volume, if I have a $100 order, and I make the 30%, and the 70% becomes the 70 points for that, or is that? Do I understand?
Yeah,
that
so
correctly?
it's going to vary on the product. It's also going to vary by country, Rochelle. So we're doing a combined country call here. Canada's going to have lower BV because of the exchange rate than the U.S. would. So it just kind of depends. But here's the best way to understand business volume is simply put, it's a company's way of keeping the prices of the products comparable and competitive to other companies by not raising the products to have to pay out all these huge commissions. They simply lower the BV a little bit, and that allows the ratios to work. So I can appreciate that as being the owner of Mialisia. Again, Annalise is very passionate about the jewelry being affordable. So you can either raise your prices on your jewelry, which we do a little bit sometimes, but another way is to look at the BV or the commission payable or the points given. You can lower that a little bit, and it allows you to keep the prices competitive, which we all want since you guys are the ones selling them, right? Or we are now too. And so in the U.S., a lot of times you'll see BV match the wholesale price, but sometimes it doesn't. And each item that you sell has an associated BV with it, or a business volume with it. And you see it right there in your back office, so you'll know exactly what that is.
Okay, so then we can keep track.
Yes.
So that we're making sure that we're meeting the one under whatever
yes.
plan we want.
Yeah, you'll know exactly what your BV is. There's a calculator in your back office. It'll show you your points.
Okay. One other question, and
sure.
Thank you so much for doing all this training.
Of course.
The hostess benefits that we have now, like I have a Facebook party on Thursday. My hostess, for my customers, it's spend, I think what is it, spend 75 or buy and then get one item.
You get the 20.
Yep. 20, right?
Correct.
Okay, so are we still going to have these types of hostess programs, and how does that fit into the compensation plan?
Well, again, the compensation plan is driven by points, right? It's not driven by dollars. And so each item, even in the party system, has points on it.
Okay.
Right? So again, that's how those two things tie together. So to answer that second part of your question, that's the answer. The first part of your question, yes, we will continue to have customer promotions. Youngevity's goal and mission is not to destroy the party plan. They knew what they were buying when they got us, and that's why for a while, until we figure out how to combine the methods, you're going to have a Mialisia site and a Youngevity site.
Okay. All right.
All right. So you'll still be able to do parties. Plus, we have the virtual party coming out, which I just had a meeting with Youngevity about. They're super pumped about it. So again, we've got a lot in the works, and Youngevity is committed to helping us combine these things. It's really just our job to show them that party is successful. If we're not out there holding any parties, they're not going to invest the money to try to integrate the systems. If we're out there holding parties and making it happen, they're going to invest the money. So it's kind of up to us to show them that we really want it.
You bet.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Yep.
Thank you.
Yeah, of course, Rochelle.
Sean, it's Arlene again. I just wanted to add,
sure.
Especially for those you have on the call that will be listening, is as you know, I just did my first show, and I have 4 people now interested in the business, and the thing that pulled them in was they liked the jewelry, they liked the concept. They'd never seen it before here in Nova Scotia. But when I mentioned the fact that they would have access to 9 other companies and just briefly described how I thought that was going to work, which now I'm talking to you, I did do it right, That's what's kind of the ringer. And I had two senior ladies here that were in their 70s, and they said to the younger ladies, if I were your age and ready to go back into the workforce, I would definitely sign up with this company because that is the wave of the future and it's the way to go. So it kind of went from, people just coming to see the jewelry to this is something you want to look at. So, one just said, I'm doing this, and the other one's like, I got to go home and I want to see what Youngevity sells. So it has opened up opportunities for people looking at a business other than just the jewelry. And I think that's going to be a real clincher when you get out there and you're doing actual shows. And, hopefully all your hostesses would allow you to say, we have access to 9 other companies. And I mean, like my husband and I went online last night, and when we found out that they have a line of foods that's non-GMO, that's non-perishable for 20 years, that was huge.
That's huge for us too.
For us personally, we believe in having, food in our home should there be a natural disaster that lasts 20 years, and we can buy it now, and it's good, till 2035. So that's important for us, and we have friends in the same boat. So that was kind of like a real eye-opener last night. We just saw that one product.
Yeah, it's funny, Arlene, that you bring that up. A couple of things based on your comments. One is the company is called Go Foods, and the guy that founded it is in the office next to me right now, so he'll be thrilled to hear that you like his products. And the Go Foods company, Annalise and I love that too, because we're big believers in food storage and that kind of stuff. So that was really important for us too. But you can throw that right into your subscription service, and you get it at that discounted price, and you can add to it a little bit of every month, and it's just a great idea. And the vision that we had is what you're describing, Arlene. When they came to us, Annalise and I were out raising money so we could pour gas on the fire and make Mialisia a huge company, and we were about to do that, and we had confidence in our ability to do that. When Youngevity first called me, I had huge reservations. I was like, you got to be kidding me. No, I don't want to talk to an MLM. No, I don't want to talk to, I'm not interested in this. I'm not interested in that. Mm-hmm. But after a week of conversations, I saw exactly what the people at your party saw, and Annalise did too, and she was like, oh my gosh, 10 years from now, 15 years from now, this strategy is going to be a multi-billion-dollar company, and we want to be a part of it. So that's kind of what we saw, and so I'm glad to hear that you had some of that same vision.
Yeah, they were really it was just a small group of 10 ladies, but they just thought it was such a phenomenal idea. And of course, the first questions I got was, well, will you be carrying some makeup or clothes or oils that we can look at? And I'm like, well, I don't know about that, but you'll be able to, I'll certainly get to a point where I can send you to a website, right? But they did see the potential as a business, so it really drew in some interest. And now one of the girls that I had already met with from my previous business that decided she didn't want to do jewelry, but when I opened up to her this morning and said, hey, there's more to this, so she's re-meeting with me again tomorrow morning because now she's interested again.
Yeah,
so
that's perfect. I had a call with
huge.
Perfect. I had a call last night with Louise. Louise, are you on?
Yeah.
She had some calls with men, recruiting them onto her team. I'm like, oh, holy crap, that would never have happened.
Yeah. I think I heard, Louise, were you with the same company I was with that just closed in December?
No.
Yeah.
Okay. I heard you were, but I wasn't sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
She was a party lighter. Am I allowed to say that, Louise?
You just did.
Okay.
Ask for forgiveness.
Yeah. But Louise, talk to us a little bit about that, how it's opened the door to, not only both genders, but all kinds of people you would never have talked to before.
Well, I mean, I just think, again, people are wanting variety, and more I've really picked up on that in the last 5 years. And, in my previous company, there was a non-compete, so we were not allowed to sell any other products or even sign up as a wholesale buyer. So it really restricted what you were able to use. And, in the direct selling industry, we all know the quality of the product is usually better than you're able to purchase in a retail outlet. So once you've kind of got direct selling in your blood, that's what you look for because those products are going to be fantastic. So, Youngevity doesn't have non-compete. Mialisia didn't have non-compete. That's one of the things that brought me over. In saying that, I had accounts with 3 other companies as a personal consumer. Those products fall under the umbrella of Youngevity. So now I can, put all my eggs in one basket, and I can, shop from my own store and get sales credit on it, which, I totally love. And then, there are people that aren't into fashion jewelry. I mean, my husband was a jeweler, and, he could not believe I'm going to sell fashion jewelry. He's like, what? You've got so much real jewelry. So think about your friends that maybe aren't into fashion jewelry. Think about your friends who are into health and wellness. Think about your active lifestyle friends. Think about some of the people that you know that just love taking photos and posting photos of their lifestyle on Facebook and things like that. Lots of people are into digital photography. I mean, when my daughter was young and it was summer holidays, our dining room table was permanently set up as a scrapbooking station for her and her friends. And, do we do that now? We don't. It's the digital way to go because that takes up so much room and it's more expensive. So the digital way is fantastic. So you're opening the door to very big opportunities and also in other countries. So the gentleman that I spoke to last night, he wanted to know if he's obviously not interested in Mialisia, and he wanted to know if Youngevity was in India and Uganda. And it is. So he's super excited, and he's waiting till he can buy his CEO kit July 1st. And, he's messaged me already this morning twice, and I spoke to him last night at 10 o'clock. So, he's super excited. On the same call, I had a lady who is interested in Mialisia. And, I had them both on the call at the same time. And then earlier in the afternoon, I talked to somebody else who is interested in Mialisia. So it just opens the doors to, all kinds of things. I wouldn't have been able to offer him the opportunity in Mialisia that I can offer him now in Youngevity. So it's just flexibility. It's other options. It's pulling it all under one umbrella. And I've had 24 years of experience in the industry, and I haven't seen this yet. I think it's brilliant that we have access to multiple streams of income under one umbrella.
Thank you, Louise. And just a quick heads up, team, for some of the countries that you can build a team in today, just to name a few, are U.S., Mexico, Canada, Japan, Philippines, Singapore, Malaysia, New Zealand, Australia, Barbados, Russia, Israel, and many others. So it just opens up all kinds of doors. Next question.
Hi, this is Becca Ferris again.
Hi, Becca.
I'd like to ask a question about the Founders Forum and Saturday afternoon when we have product training on various lines from Youngevity.
Correct.
Can you share with us what those product lines will be?
I can't yet because we're still finalizing who's coming, but I do know that our intent is to do the female kind of oriented products, right? So mineral makeup will definitely be one of them, and oils would most likely be another. So that's what we're looking at. We also have
I want to put a plug in for 90 for Life and the health packs.
Oh, yes, we will, Becca, on that for sure. That's their flagship. We won't miss that.
Thank you.
We'll make sure we have that there for you.
Okay.
It's just to give you a little bit on the health system. I know many are kind of sensitive to vitamins and other kinds of things and mineral supplements. The big difference with Youngevity is not a product-based company. They are an opportunity-based company. It's founded on research and founded on discovery and founded on the FDA being, petitioned over and over and over again. But Dr. Wallach, which you'll hear his story, just to give you a tidbit though, basically found through research, years and years of it, that 90 essential mineral and vitamins, the body is just not getting them. And through our, not very good diets, right? If you're like me, and especially in the U.S. where we're fast food driven, Canada a lot less, you don't get those vitamins and nutrients. And over time, your body breaks down just like a car not getting oil. And so if you provide the body with those 90 essential minerals and vitamins, you not only feel better, but you perform better, but lots of ailments can go away. And so it's a whole research, it's a whole story. Annalise was actually in tears when we were hearing it from Steve, Dr. Wallach's son, his story and all he went through from shooting the rhinos on the Africa, tranquilizing, not shooting them, tranquilizing them to save their lives. I should clarify that. To being able to do research on animals, and then later getting a medical degree on humans, and kind of securing that research and being fired and made fun of and mocked in his field. But he developed Dead Doctors Don't Lie, right? Which is some of you might know who that is, what that is, that recording, but it's the most listened to copy of anything ever distributed. In fact, it was something like 150 million copies of that were circulated across the world when that came out, and you can look it up today. It's crazy. Michael Jackson, the biggest recording artist ever, didn't even sell close to that many copies, to give you an idea. So it's just incredible that these truths went out on this. And it was funny because Steve told us, Wallach, that tape was recorded without Dr. Wallach even knowing. Somebody recorded him at a speech he was giving. And that went out. That was Dr. Wallach, and that went out. And it ended up 150 million people wanted to hear about it, just to give you an idea of what this company is founded on. So anyways, that's my 2 cents on that. There's much more to it. Next question, and then we'll end this. I'll take a couple more, and then we'll end it, and we'll do another call soon.
I have a comment I'd like to make. This is Rochelle B. Okay, so I've been trying to figure out, I know that they do a lot of workshops, and so I've been working on getting a workshop together that will just, when people are invited to it, they will know that it'll be an opportunity for them to purchase wholesale. So I will separate my parties, which will keep retail, and then if people want to purchase wholesale or then I can invite them to a workshop. Does that make sense?
Yeah, you're absolutely. You can do it any way you would like. The way I was describing earlier with Arlene is by setting up the hostess in advance. Because if I'm a hostess and I have an opportunity to make 30% on all my orders, then I might just do that, right? And so, and if people don't want it, then I'm going to get rewards on people that don't want to do it, then I'm fine with that too. So it's going to come this experimentation. It's going to be totally up to you. We're not going to dictate to you how to do it. So you can do it any way you want. You can do it the way you described. You can do it the way I described. You can do it any other way.
Okay, great. Thank you.
Okay? Sure.
John, it's Jen Fanot.
Yeah, hey, Jen.
Hard to get a word in there. There's lots of questions.
I'm sorry. Yeah, it's crazy.
Right. I did type it in, but I had a question from one of my team members this morning.
Sure.
Who is not sure whether she wants to continue building a big business. So, I mean, it was one of the hobbyists, right?
Yeah.
So my question is, if someone were to sign up with a $25 membership, not go on auto ship, because I guess that's an option, is it not? Or
that's correct. Totally option.
To collect commissions, I guess is my question.
Yeah. So in other words, they're going to make that retail commission no matter what. They're a distributor. Okay. There's no longer an activity requirement, so they don't have to do the $100 a quarter or 100 points a quarter. I keep saying dollars to stay active. Now they can just stay a distributor. It's even easier today to be a hobbyist than it was before.
Gotcha.
So they can just stay that way. They don't have to do any more. If I've got a team, then I'm concerned about level because I want to make sure I'm getting overrides on them. If I don't have a team, then I don't really care, right? Like I'm just going to hold a party when I want to hold a party, and then hopefully if I catch the vision and see what's happening around me, I'll want to be a bigger part of the business. And if not, that's fine.
Right. So if they have a team but don't become CEO qualified, they won't get.
They'll still make downline commissions. They won't make a car bonus, or they won't qualify for a cruise or other trips that they offer.
Okay, so being CEO qualified is just the extras then. They still make downline. Okay, that's great clarification.
Okay.
And then can I say something too about I came from a company, I was in it for 6 years, that had a number of different products, and we had the same thing. We had a preferred client membership, and we also had a distributor membership, and we also did home parties. So I have experience with doing a home party, and, you know, that's the question is, do you not tell somebody? That was always my worry, is if you don't tell somebody about the other options, and then you have somebody later at another party going, why didn't you tell me this? So I always presented it up front, and that's just something that I learned from that other company. And there was always people that said, you know what, I just want to buy my products. I don't want to buy, you know, I don't want a membership. I don't want nothing. And so you're always going to get those retail customers. The only trick, I guess, is going to be when it relates to Hostess rewards, I guess. So something I guess we're going to have to play with. But in my experience, that's what I did, is I presented it all up front, and then people chose.
Yes, I think I think personally that's the best way to go. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. All right. Anybody else?
Sean.
Sure.
It's Tara Deladonna. How are you?
Hi, Tara. How are you?
I'm good.
Good. How are those kids?
They're
winning
crazy.
Championships?
They sometimes, and sometimes losing them too, so it's perfect.
Okay. That's good.
Life is great.
Okay, good.
I just have a question about, there's people, you know, that are thinking, contemplating, okay, I possibly want to sign up with Mialisia, maybe I don't, with all this change going on. They're a little hesitant, and understandably, because I don't even have all the information to be able to give. So I need to become more educated. And, you know, not only, I guess I have a couple questions. One, can somebody just sign up to do Mialisia still?
They can.
Okay. So that is still an option, and will it
is.
always be an option, or you can't use the word always?
Yes, it will. Even though they would sign up today, they can sign up on your Mialisia website. If your Mialisia website goes away and you just have a Youngevity website, then they can still sign up under Youngevity just to be a Mialisia designer.
Okay.
So yes, they can do that too.
So at one point, when we are all together, it would be they're signing up on your Youngevity, but they could just do Mialisia, or then they at that point.
Yeah,
so
I think that's right for the hobbyist.
Mialisia, you can still do all the other ones too? I'm really confused.
Yeah, so if I'm a Mialisia, if I'm currently a Mialisia designer, I can now do everything. Right? I'm automatically a Youngevity designer. You don't have to open a Youngevity account. You're already
as of July 1st.
As of July 1st, you're going to have a Youngevity website. Whether you use it or not, you're going to get one. Okay?
All right.
Now, one thing I did mention to people is in regards to that, if they've become inactive, Tara, on your team or in other situations, but they had a Mialisia account at one time, if they express an interest to be reactivated and they want, because of this merger, and they're excited and they want to be part of it, just send me an email and I will reactivate them. They don't have to buy anything. Okay?
Yes, I have a couple that are just like, oh, this could be big. They're, you know, that's great.
Yeah, so Sean, SEAN, at Mialisia.com. If you send me an email, then I'll make sure that they get reactivated, okay?
Okay.
And then as long as they're reactivated before July 1st, they'll get a Youngevity website. And then on that Youngevity website, they can do all the products. So they can keep doing Mialisia, or they can do all of Youngevity. They can do it either way. If I'm throwing a Mialisia party, I can only do jewelry at the party for the hostess benefits. That doesn't mean I can't sell other products, but the only thing that will calculate for hostess benefits is the Mialisia jewelry.
Okay.
So if I sell other products, I'm going to have to sign them up at the $25, right?
Okay. And at what point will more information to really sit down and go through and really learn everything we can learn? When will more information be out?
I have tons of it already, so if you want to schedule a call with me, Tara, just send me an email and tell me when a good time is, and I'll call you and we'll walk through everything.
Okay. Yeah, I'm almost to the point where I don't even know what the questions to ask. I'm like,
that's okay, but I can walk you through the plan, and I can walk you through all the stuff, and then maybe you'll have questions after that.
Well, thank you so much.
Of course. Yeah.
All right. Tell your family I say hi.
I will, Tara. Thanks. Okay, bye. Anybody else?
Sean, I have a question. This is Casey Sims.
Hi, Casey.
I was with another company before Mialisia that had you had to sell a certain amount every year, and I know that's going to go away, but they also, in addition to that, to stay active or keep your website, you had to pay a certain amount. How is that going to work?
There's no charge for a Youngevity website today.
Okay, so, but like, is there a yearly?
Nope.
No, there's no yearly, so it's just you pay. Well, we get
you don't,
like grandfathered
you have a
in
account. Yeah, but new people pay $25 and that's it, one time.
And then it's for basically life.
That's right.
Okay. All right. That's all I had to
tell you, Casey, because you live not too far from us, like people see your Mialisia stickers on your car and they send me pictures of your car, and it makes me laugh. They always text them to me. They're like my friends that'll be like, "Hey, look, Mialisia." I think that's funny. So, anyways.
Well, thank you.
Yeah, they're like, "Sean, you have somebody selling your jewelry. Look." It's funny. Anyways, any other questions?
Not Rochelle Beach again. I'm sure everybody's got a ton of questions, but so I have a gal that I've been working with all month, and she's about ready to sign up. Is it best to get her signed up this month or have her wait? That's her question. Should I sign up this month?
I would have her not wait. I would sign her up now because there's no advantage in waiting.
Okay, that's pretty much what I told her.
Yep.
And then you have one other question. For the $25, if you sign somebody up as a preferred customer, VIP customer, whatever we're going to call them, then that gives them the right to purchase all products, including Mialisia jewelry, at the 30% discount.
Correct. That's correct.
Okay. Great. Thank you.
Okay. Of course. Go ahead.
Sean?
Yes.
This is Sarah Pease. How are you?
Hi, Sarah.
Hey, I just had a quick question. I was wondering if at this point, do you know if we'll still be able to offer the limited lifetime warranty on our jewelry?
Yes.
Awesome.
We're not changing the warranty today. Okay. And we don't have any plans to change it in the future. So.
Okay. Wonderful. Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah, of course. One of the big cool things is because our returns and exchanges are so low, Youngevity was really impressed by that. So they were like, well, absolutely keep doing the warranty. So, yep. And congratulations, Sarah, on all your great, posts about getting in shape and weight loss. It's just awesome. Nice job.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome.
I appreciate it.
Of course.
I just put a post on there about Mialisia and Youngevity.
There you go. Thank you for that.
You're welcome.
All right. Anybody else before I end the call? All right, team. I'm going to go ahead and put an end to an hour and 15 minutes, but it's been good questions and good dialogue. Please feel free to send me any other questions. I want to give you just a heads up. We're going to be doing weekly leader calls, starting next week. For anybody that has 3 team members or more, if you did not get an invite for that call and you want to be on that call and you qualify by having 3 team members, please send me an email and I'll make sure you get an invite to that call. I didn't send out a ton of invites, so it's likely I could have missed some of you, so please let me know if you want to be on that call. We're also going to be doing a weekly team call for everybody in the Mialisia family, where we're going to do training and things like that. So that'll be coming out here in the next day or so. And then we are also, Annalise and I personally, are going to do a weekly opportunity call. I was targeting Wednesday night. It looks like it's going to be more like Thursday night at about 7:30 p.m. Mountain. That call will be recorded every single week and put out. It'll be a quick 15 to 20-minute call where Annalise and I talk about the opportunities at Mialisia and also sprinkle in some of the opportunity at Youngevity. So if you would like to be on those calls, look for those to be posted in the Facebook group and to come out in Worth Noting. So with that, we look forward to chatting with you often. And again, send me an email if you have any questions. Thanks, everybody, and have a good afternoon.